right. We are here. Yes, we are recording. We are here with the Vera Golden motherfucking age of the Netherlands. It is
I thought
tribal
you was
council.
tired. You
It
don't
is
sound tired. Okay, go ahead.
it is tribal council once again. Dami, you are immune. You just won the touchy
Again.
subject
We
challenge.
gotta get him out next. Fuck that.
Dami, this is your second immunity win in the individual phase, alright? You just want a challenge that is seemingly super social, okay? A lot of people got graced with some negative things, some things that called them out in a bad light. You, not so much. You left with a lot of positive things, not to mention immunity. You are the most, leaving with the most friends, the person who's the most likable, the person
Ain't that
who
a bitch?
is in the best shot of winning the game, and the
That's because
person
I love
who is
him.
actually in charge of the game. Dami, if
Yes.
anyone is a front runner this challenge, just put that target on your back. You are safe tonight, but how do you feel?
I mean, I feel like this
Everybody else,
challenge
can you please mute?
this challenge put a big target on my back. So I'm happy I have immunity this time around, but what about the next time I don't have immunity?
Do you think that this challenge is, cut and dry, or are there a lot of elements that you can work with that, hey, maybe I'm not the biggest threat just because this challenge said so?
I don't really know. I mean, I feel like there's different ways that you can go about answering this comp. You could, I don't know. I just feel like
And with working off of that, you actually try to loophole the challenge, Dami. And when I was asking for the answers, all 7 of the other people in the game, or the questions were, who can't keep their mouth shut? And everybody else in the game is answering straightforwardly and honestly, despite everybody else's reactions. Whereas you started to sort of make a joke of the challenge. No offense, but that's literally what we're doing in answering me and Adam as questions or as answers, which that's not going to get you a point. Were you doing that to be Switzerland? Because I called you out on it, and I kind of want to know why you were doing it.
I don't like hurting anybody's feelings, in game or out of game. So I thought that would be a way of you guys knowing it's a joke, but at the same time, I'm not making anybody personally upset because I'm not about that.
Fair enough. Mateus, how are you going to compete with somebody like Dami, who even in a competitive environment like this is not willing to hurt people's feelings?
Well, no one wants to hear everything, but someone has to win. Like, he didn't hurt anybody, and he won. So maybe that was the point of his strategy to this challenge.
How are you going to compete with that going forward? Sort of like the golden boy in the golden age. How are you going to compete with that, Mateus? Nobody marked you as the most friendly.
You can't always troll the challenge. And troll, not troll. That's different. And I think that was the strategy, and it's payoff because he now has immunity. So
my question is, Mateus, listen to me. How are you going to compete with somebody who seemingly left with the most positive feedback? I'm not sure if you answered my question, so you can either repeat yourself or answer my question.
Well, I got like most of the bad things, so it's like I am opposite of Dominic probably. So we'll see if Evil of Angel will make further. And I will try to win, but you never know if Evil is the right thing. Baby.
Latanya, let me ask you this question because you are the queen of honesty, all right? I don't feel like I got an honest answer out of Mateus. You can unmute, Latanya, because I don't hear you. But, okay, somebody like you left the challenge sort of on the same side of Mateus with you didn't leave with the most positive feedback. You were voted the most egoic. You were voted the one who cracks under pressure. You were voted some other not so positive stuff. So, if you survive tonight, Latanya, how are you going to compete with
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I heard you. I just didn't know that I was on mute, cause I'm cute, but I ain't on mute. But go ahead.
How are you gonna?
I'm listening.
With all the negative feedback, let's say you survive this vote. How are you gonna compete with other people? Just for the sake of.
For one, I don't consider any of the feedback negative. Nothing was negative. My ego, I am cute. I don't keep it on mute. I'm gonna be really hard, tough, and like you already mentioned, I am gonna always be honest. So what does that tell you? I am passionate and I'm loyal. I have never, and I will never, don't matter what the fuck I'm doing, whether I'm pitching pennies in the park on the south side getting shot in the dark, I'm still gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be loyal, and I'm always gonna be honest.
So do you think?
And it might be brutally honest, but I'm gonna be okay.
Do you think those qualities?
Might hurt me and it might help me.
Latanya, do you think those qualities that you just listed of being passionate, being loyal, and being honest? Do you think that you're naming qualities that if you survive tonight, those will help you compete with someone like Dami, who on paper right now is better off or in a position to win opposed to you? So do you think the qualities you just listed are going to help you?
Because if Dami was to ever talk to me, hey, daddy, want to give you some of that? Hey, okay, well, maybe I could seduce him into talk to me, and then I don't know. But anyway, maybe you won't like black girls. I don't know, but maybe a little brown skin, but it might help. But anyway, yeah, no, absolutely. Because I am loyal, and I never stop being loyal. Yes, I'm very, very perturbed about Tamika leaving. I think she was played, and I think that either way it goes, I'm okay with it. But I will never go out of any game saying that I was a backstabber, I lied, and I was underhanded to anyone.
Now, question.
Nobody will come back and say that.
Question.
So that's my whole thing.
Question off of what you just said now. You just said you wouldn't leave a game because of what? Backstabbing? I wouldn't just. No, wait, what? So sorry, I was like moving seats. What were you saying though? You wouldn't leave a game on account of what?
I wouldn't. Okay, what I'm saying is that I would never leave a game and nobody would say, "Oh, well, Tanya was shiesty and bogus, shady, and she lied to me." No.
Okay.
That's what makes me unique, and that's what I'm going to stick to.
Well, do you think, or have you?
Now, it might not work for me then, but it will work for me.
Have you ever? Okay, so now based off of something you said prior to that, you've never left, and you don't think that you can or will leave this game being called the Shadester.
I didn't say can.
But
I didn't say that.
But do you think that because you said if Dami would ever talk to me, maybe we could work something out, wink, wink, and you joked about it. Do you think that communication is a two-way street? Have you tried to reach out to Dami to develop some sort of...
I have. Yep. Yeah, I think it's definitely a two-way street.
Do you think it's being reciprocated?
Sometimes you have to have a strategy on who you're going to talk to and who you're not going to talk to.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm going to have to motherfucking strategize on talking to them now because we all up in the business. But, no, absolutely. I think that strategy and talking to people is everything. However, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not sometimes all how you're saying it is what you're saying. So you never know what's going to really go on. You have to just feel things out. I'm a very good person of perception and character, and I can figure out those things. Sometimes I fall short, and it's okay. But I will definitely learn to live to fight another day.
Dom, you were raising your hand. Did you have a comment?
I just wanted to say, on paper it might look like I have all positive things, but that might be, what people think is in the majority. It doesn't mean that's what everybody necessarily thinks.
Yeah, no, I'm going based off of 31 seasons of hosting this challenge where the person marked the biggest threat to win either makes finals or wins the game. That's what I'm going off of. Now, Moving
So don't be questioning saying but
now.
don't call me daddy. Call me Dobby. I love you,
Moving
daddy.
on, Amos.
Why don't you call me baby?
All right, Amos, I'm ready to talk to you, sir. So get ready to talk to me.
Alright,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right. Everybody else, please mute. Thank you, Amos. So, in this challenge, Cassidy was taken out with the quickness. You were right behind her. Do you think that there was any strategy in terms of the pecking order of this challenge?
I mean, there could have been. If there was, I wasn't a part of it. Which could be why I was out early. I don't know. But I think a lot of it already kind of had a couple points deducted, so I think it was just an easy for people to just keep taking points away from me because I was so low on points. So, I mean, there could have been strategy behind it. I don't know.
Last Tribal Council was crazy. You saw good old Dustin get sideswiped and sent to the jury, and in a crazy twist, Latanya was marked with a bad tulip and thus voted out by the majority of the tribe. What was the aftermath like?
Oh, you mean Tamika?
Yeah, Tamika,
I
sorry.
think you said Latanya.
Sorry, oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't be talking about me. You talking about I'm like, what the fuck is the mute? What's bitch? Excuse me.
I didn't get no motherfucking
Everybody
tulip.
have a motor assignments for my girl Tamika. Cause I ain't cracked and snapped on everybody about that yet. I'm trying to keep it pimping. Now, Sandy. Sandy. Everybody need to respect my girl Tamika.
The question was to Amos, though.
I know. Don't judge.
I'm just saying.
What was the aftermath?
I just had to give a shout out to my girl Tamika. I don't get no fuck. I'm sorry. I love you, baby.
Once Tamika was blindsided, torch was snuffed, sent out of the game, and then I sent 8 of you back. I know y'all expected to walk back with 9 people. You went back to camp with 8. What was it like?
Well, first off, that was a horrible, horrible situation to be put in. I mean, to see somebody that upset that wanted to be here go, that was not easy for any of us to watch or be a part of. When we came back from tribal, we kind of had kind of like our own tribal council, I guess. We kind of had our own tribal therapy session where we all kind of like took our turn and kind of talked about the game and kind of talked a little bit about what happened. So I feel like we were able to kind of hash things out between the 8 of us, or 7. Like Cassidy wasn't here, but like those that were here, like we were able to like hash everything out and kind of talk it out, and maybe some of the things that were said clear the air. So I feel like even though we just came back from this horrible situation that none of us wanted to be in, I feel like it turned into something positive because we were able to come together as a group and talk about things that probably should have been talked about.
Now, Amos, talking about a lot of togetherness, do you think coming together after a vote like that is what needed to happen, or is you guys all still playing a kumbaya type of game? Because the matter of a fact, guys, is one person who was named the glue of one of your tribes was just put on the block next to 2 purple and then was voted out when only 1 purple had a vote. So this isn't kumbaya.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. This is an individual game, and we're all playing an individual game. But I think just what I meant was just like we were able to come back and like talk about the things that happened and things that were said, and I think that's more of like the kumbaya I was talking about. I mean, in the midst of it, this game is still going, and this game is still on, and we're still 8 individuals trying to win 1 spot that only 1 person can get. But it was just nice to be able to come back and have that moment where we can all just, enjoy each other's company for a moment.
No, it totally makes sense, especially really after the first tribal council of a merge. You guys are all on edge. Right. So to go to a merge tribal council and have that happen, you need a little decompression afterward. What are you basing your vote on tonight, Amos?
I'm basing my vote on just like I always do. I base my vote on, what's going to help me in the game and what is like we're all trying to get to the end. So what I feel like might can help me get to the end, and it could be I could be wrong in my strategy, but that's the way I'm basing my vote.
Cassidy, you took
Yeah.
a lot of heat the last tribal council. You weren't around. Mateus was claiming you had said something about Dustin. Dustin was taking a lot of heat. And then throughout the tribal council, people were talking about you not being around. They don't know you from quote unquote a pillow. What was it like getting filled in on the last tribal council?
Okay, when I was watching the tribal council, I was so pissed off because Mateus just lied straight through his teeth. I never said anything about that. I tried to have conversations with Mateus. Nothing. And, I mean,
Wait. Nothing. You said that I trusted the mask, Mateus. And I'm like, okay. And then you stop responding, so, but that's it.
Okay, sorry I have a life. Sorry I have a...
Sorry.
It's
I
alright.
job.
No, we're not debating
I do
lives
stuff
and
on
activity.
weekends.
All really want to know. So you're saying what Mateus claimed had happened at tribal council did or did not happen?
It did not happen.
So you never went to Dustin saying, or you never went to Mateus saying, Dustin called you inactive.
Nope.
Does anybody believe
I
Cassidy?
I mean, of course, no one's going to believe me because...
Shut the fuck up. No, honey, I want to hear some more, honey.
So does anybody believe, Cassidy, why don't you think they'd believe you?
Because it literally, that last challenge hit me at the wrong time. And I was going out of town where I had no service all weekend. And when I got back in town, everything was a straight shit show. And I could not defend myself. I could not prove anything because it was already days past.
So do you think that you were a quick target because of the aftermath of not being around and the tribal council that everybody had just experienced?
Yes. So I feel like I had a huge target on my back.
So what have you done to try to overcompensate and try to rectify the shambles that you saw?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
And
I've been trying to talk to everyone and trying to clear things up. But no one's talking to me.
Julian.
Well, have you figured out why that is?
I don't know. I message people.
Girl, well, I was always down for you, and then you try to play me and tell me, I ain't never liked you. Well, fuck you then, bitch. I motherfucker was always down for you. I rooted for you from day one. I feel like Tyra Banks. I rooted for you.
All right.
And then you try to play me, and I'm the one that always was rooting for you, and then you try to play me, but...
We have two more people to get through, Julian and Warren. Cassidy, do you have anything in response to say to Latanya about how she feels like you played her?
I mean, I didn't try to play you. I honestly felt like you were trying to play me.
Just told me you didn't like me from the start. So, come on now. I'm going to need you to just say, no, I ain't got nothing to say. That's what the fuck I had to say. Keep it real.
Was this an altercation? Was this an altercation that happened earlier on in the game? I want to just, because I feel like I might have been present for it.
Yeah, because she was whack as hell.
Okay, so we're talking about way back on Siege. Ladies, if you both survive this tribal council, I suggest talking it out. I promise, and this is a warning to every single one of you. You guys don't communicate with every single person in this game. I'm telling you, you're not going to win. The person who wins this game is the person that, even if they don't want to, had tabs and talked to everybody. I will be crowning the sole survivor of the person who talked to every single motherfucker up in this call. Just a word to the wise. Julian, what are you basing your vote on after everything that's happened? You've been on both tribes. You've been a lone fucking wolf, or a lone shark, or a lone guppy on the Siege tribe. Then you make the merge. You avoid getting naughty tuliped, and now here you are, vulnerable at tribal council.
It's been so crazy. going into that low growth position and then coming here and like
I'm
having to forge these new bonds or reforge the ones that I lost contact with.
Julian. Oh my
Yes?
God. Julian, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Sandy, I already messaged you. I'm letting you know that I got some really fucking needy customers. And they're like asking me, why is no toilet paper in the bathroom?
No, you're fine,
So I really
Latanya.
need to step away
You're
from
fine.
my camera right
As
now.
long as you...
I have given you my vote.
Yep.
If I don't come back, you have my vote.
Thank you.
Okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
But I'm right here. But I just want y'all to know that I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm not like not being active or nothing. I gotta put my phone down.
Nope, you're perfect. Thank you. I appreciate you letting us know. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Nope, you're the best. I got your vote. You're good to go. Thank you so much.
Okay, and I'm not going nowhere, but I'm right here. But I gotta move around at work.
All right, so just mute and you're good. All right, sorry, Julian.
It's been real crazy. Like losing communication, like coming back here, getting communication, and then having to reforge these bonds that I lost through the swap. So right now, I would say trust.
Trust.
It all comes down to trust.
Do you think being labeled as playing an under-the-radar game this deep in the game is a positive or negative for you?
I'll take it. Because there's always going to be, like, if you're under the radar, there's going to be people that are, like, bigger threats. And I'd rather not be, like, that gigantic threat. So if I'm, like, not on anyone's radar, that's cool.
Does the growing numbers of the jury concern you if their perception is you playing under the radar? Do you think, as from a jury standpoint, that it's a positive? In the game, yeah, you're not seen as a threat, but if the jury keeps on growing and their perception is Julian's under the radar, the deeper we get, do you think that's still also a positive, or do you think it's a negative?
That's a fair point. I don't imagine that they probably see it as the most positive thing, but everyone sees things differently, so I can't really say for sure right now.
Okay. Randy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So I want to hear about a little bit from your perspective, the fallout and the aftermath of last tribal council. You've been on this merged tribe with Tamika the longest. Not saying that because you guys were both quote unquote the glues of your original tribe. So you had the most time with her as a Brown tribe member. So what was the game like after her and Dustin were no longer in it?
Sad. I mean, all around just shitty. Not a good feeling for anyone. I mean, we were all put in really, like, crappy spots to be in, and nobody wanted to make that vote at all. So it was just a bummer.
I'm sure she didn't expect it. What have you done since then to not follow in her footsteps?
I don't think any of us actually expected that whatsoever. What have I done? I don't know. I try to be active. I try to talk to people best I can while managing a 2-year-old, which is rough, but, it's life. I don't know. I just hope that y'all want me to be here because I do want to be here, and I want to continue on. So
now, is this vote straightforward in that it was kind of dominant or popular opinion that Cassidy should have been marked possibly by Dustin just based off of a little bit of criteria that was being mentioned post-tribal? Is this a straightforward vote in your opinion?
I don't think it's 100% straightforward, no. I think there's some blurry gray lines in the mix that have people wondering.
Warren.
For sure.
Perfect. Now, that's a great gray area, what you just mentioned, for me to jump to Warren. Warren, do you think this gray area is because of the situation, just, people playing in this competitive environment? Or do you think, it's more gray now, especially after that challenge, where people were called out about stuff?
Yeah, I try to not take this game at face value, or what people say to me at face value, because in a challenge like that, beneath the lines, there are some truth being exposed, even though people don't want to admit it or not. And it does make the situation a bit more grayer, the area, because you don't know where a lot of people stand. And like you said, you have to talk to like a lot of people or like to everybody to understand like where each and every person is standing in the game. And that is also based on the information that they give you.
Are you feeling a little bit on overload with the tribal council, having to talk to everybody, the gray area that you need to sift through? Do you feel confident in like
No.
where your head's at right now?
I don't feel overloaded, not at all. I think I have the capacity to do everything. I've proven it. It's just difficult when people don't respond to you or shit like that. But I mean, people have lives and stuff like that, so I get that. But you can't like. Sometimes it's just hard. But I am confident where my head is at in this game. I don't know if
Guys,
that answers your question.
no, it totally does. I was just taking a look. I've asked everybody here some questions. Guys, if you were not comfortable in the amount of things that I've asked you or that you were able to get across and express to your tribe tonight, I'm allowing you to grab the mic from me. The floor is yours. Anybody have anything?
Can I just say something?
Of course, Warren.
I just want to say something to Cassidy. The only reason that I chopped you in that challenge was because you gave me a -9 in that first challenge and you voted for me twice. That's just fine. I don't know why you did that. So it was nothing personal.
Anybody else have anything to say? Cassidy, you might be muted.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay, all I said was okay. I don't know how to respond to that, but okay.
Sure.
Anybody else? All right, guys, it's time to vote. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If you're in possession of a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now a good time to do so.
Am I muted? No.
Anybody idle? Going once? Going twice? First vote. Randy. Cassidy. It's one vote Randy, one vote Cassidy. Amos. It's one vote Cassidy, one vote Randy, one vote Amos. Cassidy. It's 2 votes Cassidy, 1 for Randy, and 1 for Amos. Next vote is for Amos. It's 2 votes Cassidy, 2 votes for Amos, 1 vote for Randy. Amos. It's 3 votes Amos. Amos. It's 4 votes Amos. Next vote. The 9th person voted out of iSurv1vor the Netherlands. 3rd member of our jury. Amos. Amos. Survivor Realfoot from host to host, my dear friend. Dude, when you messaged me about wanting to play this game, I was beside myself. To host someone that I personally really don't know, but have like so much respect for. The fact that you were interested in playing, I was pumped. You helped pump me up for this season, Amos. I tried to do the best I could hosting you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You definitely gave all of these people a run for
I think it's a compliment that he was voted out tonight because he's definite competition, and I have nothing but mad respect for you, and I just want you to know that.
I love all y'all.
Yeah.
Amos.
So it's a love thing. Yeah, this is not a we
I
don't
can't.
like
I can't do
you
it. I'm holding my phone.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm holding mine too.
Amos,
I just wanted to say
Love you,
that.
Amos.
you're off to the jury where you will hang out with Dustin
Lord.
and Tamika.
Y'all put me with those people.
And
Ah,
Amos, you
they're
will
good people.
you will have a say
I know it.
on who wins this game,
Oh.
sir. I want to thank you from the bottom of my
All
heart.
right.
Survivor fan to Survivor fan. But unfortunately, you got to bring
Good luck,
me your
bitches.
torch.
Love you.
Love you, Amos.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Now get on out of here with your bitch ass. With your
Wait,
bitch
what
ass.
happened?
I'm gonna go pop
Oh
it.
my God, really?
I'm gonna go pop it.
I just got here.
That
What
thing.
happened?
Pop that thing.